Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to TodayIFeelLike.com. If you remember last week, I did a review of the Saramonic Blink 500 dual channel wireless system, and I had it for my Android phone, the USB-C receiver version. Well, I now have both the receiver for the iPhone and for my camera. So I'm going to try it out with both of them. We're going to see how the system performs on all the three devices that you can use it for iPhones, for Android phones, and for regular cameras. This thing seems like it's going to be awesome. Let's try it out. And here we go. All right, so here we have it. I have two more receivers for the Blink 500 system. So I have the Blink 500 RXDI, which is the Lightning connector for iOS devices like the iPhone and the older iPads. The iPads that are like the iPad Pros, the new iPad Pros, those will need the USB-C connector. And then we have the Blink 500 RX, which is the receiver for cameras, for like your mirrorless cameras, DSLR cameras, and such. So let's just quickly take a look around the box. We can see this is made for iPhones, iPads, and iPods. And then we have a little bit of information on the back. It says the Saramonic Blink 500 is a dual channel Lightning receiver for iOS devices. It has a 2.4 gigahertz digital frequency, operating range of 50 meters or 164 feet. Connector is a Apple Lightning connector, and the power is supplied by the iOS device. So here is the Blink 500 RX. And just take a look around here a little bit. We can see here, this one says it's the Blink 500 RX is a lightweight, compact, and easy to use wireless receiver that could easily be mounted onto the cold shoe mount of devices. But because it's lightweight, can clip anywhere. And with a 3.5 millimeter TRS and TRRS audio cables, output cables, the Blink 500 is compatible with cameras, smartphones, tablets, and any device with a 3.5 millimeter input. And no technical knowledge is required to use the Blink 500 system. So there we have it. Pretty much the same specs over here as far as the frequency and distance and all that good stuff there. So yeah. So anyways, here on this side, you can see it shows the different systems that are available. So you can get the Blink 500 system for iOS, for Android, and for regular cameras and such. You can get them with one receiver, or you can get them, with one receiver and two transmitters, or you can get them with one receiver, one transmitter, or you can buy individual individual receivers, or you can buy a transmitter. If you bought one kit and you want to then step up your kit, you can actually grow into this. So. Anyways, let me go ahead and open this up. So I have my box opening knife here. Let me go ahead and break through this tape right there so that we can get into this. And let me go ahead and pop the tape while I'm at it on this side so that we can get into this one here. And then we're going to open them both up and we're going to take a look and we're going to see which each one of these actually looks like. So let's go ahead and we'll start off with this one here with the receiver, just the straight up RX receiver. And this one is cool because I can use this with my cameras. I can use this with smartphones if I want to. I can use it in multiple ways. So let's see. There is the user manual, user instructions. There is a SIM card. It's not really a SIM card. It's really like a push pin so that you can actually pair your device with another receiver. And here we have the actual receiver. So excuse me, you can pair it with another transmitter. So on this side we have the USB-C port so that we can charge the device there. And on this side we have the line out so that you can plug this cable into your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and the power button right up top there. So yeah, so we'll set that off to the side, and we have a pouch. Look at that. I love this. This is something that I felt was missing when I first did the review of the other Blink 500. It was missing a pouch, so now I actually have one that I can put my stuff in there. So, and here we have, what do we have? Oh, look at that. We have a number of cables in here. So we have a TRS to TRRS cable, so that's nice. So we can go into a smartphone if we need to. We have a TRS to TRS, so we can go straight to a camera. So you can go to your DSLR, mirrorless, or GoPro, something like that. And then we actually have a USB-C charging cable. So yeah, so we have everything we need to get started with this one right here. So let's set this off to the side for just a moment. And let's go ahead and open up the Lightning one. And this one I'm really excited about, because I think this run right here, I think this is going to give you what I believe is going to be the smallest and most discreet way to vlog. So let's go ahead, and here we get the user manual again, and right off the bat, there you go. That is that tiny, lightweight receiver, or yeah, this is just, look at it. It weighs nothing. It's tiny. It's so tiny. And there is the Lightning connector, so it plugs right into your phone. So let me grab my iPhone. All right, so here we go. This is my iPhone. This is my iPhone 11 Pro Max, and to put it in, you just simply plug it in. Boom, that's it. That's all you have to do is just plug it in, and the power is supplied by the phone itself. So that's all you have to do. And then once it's paired up, you'll probably see you might be able to see there's a little pin right there, a little pinhole, and it says pair right there. That's where you need to push in to actually pair this with your transmitters. So yeah, this is really nice. So we'll set that. We'll put that back in there for just a moment, and let's get this out of here. So let's see if we can get. I don't know if there's anything else in here. I'm not sure if anything else is actually needed with this, but. Yeah, all right, so we have another pouch. That's nice. All right, so there we go. So we actually have two pouches now. So I can put my transmitters and my receivers in here, and I'm good to go. So yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, I have everything I need to use a wireless system with my iPhone, with my Android phones, and with my DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. Okay, so we were able to see what both the receivers look like, and yeah, it's really super easy to pair them up. We were able to see how to pair it up. You just push that pin in there, and then you just push the two pair buttons on the transmitter, and that's it. Boom, you are paired up, no problem. So it's very easy to use. Now, I really like the fact that the Blink 500 RX receiver actually comes with cables for both a camera and for a smartphone. So if you're using it with your DSLR or your mirrorless camera, you can do it like that. Or if you want to use it with a smartphone, it actually comes with the TRS to TRRS cable, so you can actually use this with a smartphone or a tablet as well. Now, the next thing I like about these transmitters is with the Blink 500 DI transmitter, and that is the one with the Lightning connection. I really like this because if you're a vlogger, and I often hear people that vlog say that they want to be as discreet as possible, well, you can't be much more discreet than just simply having your phone and that's it. And when you plug this in, all you do is have that small little receiver plugged into your iPhone. You can hide the actual transmitter with the microphone underneath your clothing. I'm doing it right now. I have this plugged in, or excuse me, I have it connected, and it's right underneath my shirt. I'll tap it here. You can hear that. It's right underneath my shirt here. So, but it's so discreet because you actually have just the little receiver, and that's it. And you can actually cover that up in your hand, so it just looks like you're any everyday Joe taking a picture or a video with your smartphone. Now, this last good point that I want to mention is I just love the versatility of the Blink 500 system. I mean, you can use this with multiple configurations. So when I started off with this system, I had the one for the Android phones with the two transmitters and the one receiver. But now that I have all the three receivers, the iOS, the Android, which is the USB-C, and the RX, which is for cameras, I can hook this thing up to everything now. So right now you're hearing this plugged into my camera. I have it plugged into my Sony a6400. I also can use it with my iPhone. I can use it with my Android phone. I can use them individually. So I have just one, I just have one transmitter paired with the receiver that's plugged into my camera. The other one is actually paired up with my iPhone. Now, if I want to use them together, all I have to simply do is is just push that little pair button and pair the two receivers to the same, or pair the two transmitters to the same receiver. And now I have a dual microphone system again. So this system really is truly versatile. All right, so now on to the bad. And there is only one bad thing that I want to mention about this, and that is that the RX, the receiver for the camera, it's a little long, and it actually, at least on my A6400, the way that I have my cold shoe offset, it actually, the receiver actually covers up my shutter button a little bit. So now, to be completely fair, the way that the Sony A6400 is designed, the actual hot shoe is right in the middle of the camera, pretty much the way it is with other cameras. So if you use, say, like a GH5 or a Sony A7R III or 4, that hot shoe is going to be right in the middle of the camera, so it's not going to be near the shutter button. But because the way the A6400 is, if you want to use your flip-up screen, then you end up where your the receiver or any microphones will block that screen. So I have a little offset that moves it off to the side, but when it's off to the side, it actually, the receiver is long, so it actually blocks the shutter button a little bit, so I kind of have to reach around the receiver to push the shutter. Okay, so what you've been hearing since after the unboxing is the Blink 500 system. I've been using the RX receiver, the Blink 500 RX, plugged directly into my Sony A6400 camera. But let's actually go ahead and now hook up the Blink 500 DI, which is the lightning connected receiver, and use the other transmitter to see what this sounds like when I'm using my iPhone 11 Pro Max, and see what it sounds like with an iPhone. Okay, so here I am. I'm now using the iPhone, and I'm using the Saramonic Blink 500 DI receiver, and it's plugged right into my iPhone 11 Pro Max. I have my transmitter right underneath my shirt right here, so I'll go ahead and tap it. You can probably hear that there tapping away. So that way, it's just, you can see this is a really nice setup. You can't even tell that I have a microphone on me. So I can move pretty freely. I'm not getting a lot of rubbing noise or anything, so I'm getting nice, clean audio. So I'm not sure how well this is going to work if you're doing a lot of activity or something, if you're mountain biking or something like that. But if you're standing here and you're doing a little bit of a talking head thing, this is going to work out really nicely. But this is just a quick audio sample of what this sounds like using the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the Saramonic Blink 500 system using the Blink 500 DI receiver. Now, this is using the stock camera app with the iPhone. You can get other camera apps that will allow you to have better control over your audio, but I wanted to show you guys what this sounds like just using the standard iOS camera app that's built in and baked into the iPhones. All right, everyone, so there you have it. That is a look at the Blink 500 wireless microphone system. This is a dual receiver or dual channel system so that you can actually have two transmitters going into one receiver at the same time so that you can mic up two different people. You can also split those two transmitters up so you can have one of them going, say, to a mirrorless camera or a DSLR and the other one going to your smartphone, or you can have one going to separate DSLRs. There's lots of ways that you can configure this system, and it's just fantastic. But I want to know what you think about it, because I think they're pretty awesome. I think they sound good. I think they work well. They're simple, they're easy, and they're pretty inexpensive for what you're actually getting. So anyhow, I'm going to leave links to them down below in the video description so that you could check them out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page so you can see all the products that I've reviewed over time. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Facebook. And I am Larry with TodayIFeelLike.com. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.